It was a game in some ways where you had nothing to gain, but in the end you probably gained a lot because you had a lot of young players that played really well, got to enjoy a good win, and they would have got a lot of confidence out of playing at league level when otherwise they might not have got the chance if you were playing, some of your more senior players who had a break.
Yeah, look, we were really pleased with the way we played, with our intensity, and I thought the way our guys attacked the game, they worked really hard, and got the rewards. So it was great for some, another 2 debutants. It was good to have a look at those guys, and obviously some guys that have had a bit of a taste for league footy, but probably haven't cemented their spots. But they certainly played well. It puts us in a good position with, I think everyone got through, so just about everyone will be available, which is what we want.
Did you challenge the group before the game to make sure that they didn't show complacency and they made sure that they still went out there and got the job done and played well, even though there might not have been a lot to play for from the outside, even apart from probably spots in the team?
Well, you're a week out from finals, and there's 5 or 6 guys not playing. It's pretty self-evident that you've got to play well if you want to, hold your spot for next week. So there was that. Obviously we had still quite a few senior players, and they're really driven, and it comes from within, which is the most powerful thing. So we didn't have to say too much. It was more about, we think we've improved our footy the last 6 to 8 weeks. So, we think we progressed that. Obviously, the intensity of the game was, nowhere near what it's going to be next week. So we'll have to be at our best. But, you can only play against and perform in, what's in front of you. So, we were pleased. Obviously to get through, got a really good run to a lot of guys, and didn't have any injuries, so that's a positive.
Like you said, 2 more debutants, and Blair's probably someone who this time 12 months ago was probably a long way off playing league footy, but he stood up out there and held down the ruck and did a good job. And Regan Spoon, it looked like he was more than at home at league level.
Yeah, look, it was good for Blair. Obviously helps coming into a team that's had a lot of experienced mids around him. But we thought it was probably really important for him to come in so that the rest of our structure could sort of, stay the same, or, how we would like it to be, so they can keep practising. So, but yeah, he certainly held his own, and, Regan's a, great young fella, really keen to keep taking on new challenges. So, he's played Colts footy and stayed 18s, and then stepped up at 2s level and looked pretty comfortable, and then looked pretty comfortable out there today. So I think when you're in that frame of mind and just want to keep taking on the next challenge, generally you're in a really good space, I guess, and really clear mind, and he made good decisions. So yeah, we're really pleased with him.
You mentioned last week that Mason Shaw was probably waiting for the sun to come back out, and it came back out again for him today, and he's kicked 12 goals in 2 weeks, and I don't think he's missed a shot either. His kicking's really, really outstanding for goal right now as well, and the skipper next to him, he might be a bit of an X factor up forward for you over the next few weeks.
Well, look, I think with Mace especially, his work rate's been enormous the last few weeks. So, when he's working hard, obviously good things happen. So, and Dylan obviously is a pretty good player one-on-one, and he's missed a little bit of training, so he's played a little bit forward, but we know he's obviously an exceptional midfielder for us as well. So it's good that he's got that flexibility to be able to go forward.
Would you expect at least for them to be available? So you got Hams, Delulio, Higgins, Donaldson, and Cook all to come straight back in next week?
And Pickett, yeah.
Pickett too, yeah.
And Pickett. Yeah. So yeah, look, they'll all be available. So it'll be a long selection meeting, I guess, Wednesday. But no, they'll all definitely be right to play, which is exciting. But yeah, it's going to be some tough decisions, because there were some boys that were pretty good today as well.
It looks like Ben Saunders is the only one that you probably won't have now available over the next month.
Yeah, look, he's probably unlikely, but we really won't know for a couple of weeks. He's got to be in the brace for a couple of weeks, and then they'll have another look at it and assess it again. So until we see how that goes the first 2 weeks, you can't worry about the next stage of progression. So we'll give him every chance.
A month ago, you went into a bye in some probably disappointing form, the 2 games before that. Your month now since then has been outstanding. You must be feeling good about the finals now.
Yeah, you're always good because you're in the finals, but at the start of the year you just want to qualify. We've done that. Once you qualify, double chance, we can tick that off. So we wake up tomorrow and it's all of a sudden she's a new tournament. So, what we've done in the last 18 rounds doesn't mean a lot other than, hopefully we've got better and practiced the way we want to play in the next month. So, we've got a really tough game next week, but we think we've prepared as well as we can, and we look forward to that challenge.
A good record against West Perth over the last 3 or 4 years now, but both games this year have been pretty tight. What are you expecting from them as an opponent next week?
Oh, they're always. Look, the thing they are this year, they're really well organised, playing really selfless footy, and really the defensive stuff. They've gone back to probably basing themselves on defence, and they've been a really good defensive team. And then obviously they've got some really talented forwards, obviously with Keitel and Strike, and that will share the goal kicking, and not that's also bobbed up. But they've got some charmers. They've got a lot of guys that can score. But obviously 2 real key forward targets, and they defend really well, and they make it hard for you to score. So, there'll be 2 good battles, so I'm sure next week will be the same.
Do you get a sense that the whole group, you've been in the same position in the last 2 years and you've ended up in a prelim final, do you get a sense that the whole group is determined to go at least one step better now over the next month, but hopefully 2?
Yeah, look, I think they're just excited to be back in the finals and have another go. I think, when you lose finals, some teams fall away, and I think our guys have shown some real resilience and to work hard again to give themselves another opportunity, and that's all you can do. The more chances you give yourself and the more times you qualify, the more chances you've got of being successful. So we think we've got better, and hopefully over the next month we can prove that.
Good luck.
Thank you.